Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Getting Out of Bed with Micah, where I take you along with me on my journey as I grow in discipline through getting up early and starting my day off in a productive, successful way. So today, it is Tuesday. I got up at about 6:10 today, so pretty happy about that. The goal is to, continuously move forward. The overall goal is to get up at 5, because I feel like that's going to give me enough time to do what I want to do in the mornings. But, last week we were getting up at like 6:20, so getting up at 6:10 today is a step in the right direction, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, so that gives me enough time today it should give me enough time to do more, because it's, giving me time to read and do a little exercise and everything. And I probably could have done more productive things, except that editing the video for today, because I usually do that in the morning, took longer than normal because videoing yesterday was just really weird. It just didn't flow that well. Like, it was just hard. um so editing that this morning took a little more time than usual. So yeah, but we got everything in that we wanted to, or that we need to, everything. We got time in the Word, and that's the number one thing. And we're continuing to grow in the right direction. But yeah, what really jumped out at me in my Bible reading today, reading in Luke chapter 13, we see here towards the middle, Jesus healing somebody on the Sabbath again. And of course, as usual, the Pharisees are tweaking out. And the thing that I find, interesting here is, what Jesus comes back at them with is, he's like, y'all, if your ox or donkey or whatever is tied up, are you not going to untie it and give it water on the Sabbath? And he's like, and yet you're coming at me for healing a human on the Sabbath, for bringing life to a human. This woman's been crippled for 18 years, and you're angry at me for healing her when you would water your animals. And it kind of puts things, it forces the crowd and them into a point to realize that they have twisted the whole point of the Sabbath to the extent that people become unimportant. And that's never, anytime people become unimportant, or in this case less important than animals, you can be pretty safe to assume that that is not what God intended, because, like, obviously Jesus here kind of knows what the goal of the Sabbath was, since he's kind of the one who made the Sabbath. So don't really think he's breaking it. And so obviously somewhere along the way they twisted it, and what they've done is they've twisted things to a point that allows them to look better. Because if they set special rules for the Sabbath, then they're able to follow the special rules, and then they look like better people, and they look like they're doing awesome, and blah, 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 blah. And it comes down to a point of, somewhere along the way, the leadership got puffed up and got feeling good about themselves and wanted to make themselves look good, and kind of, do that by making life harder for those beneath them. And that's never God's heart, and that's never what God wants. And so Jesus shows up, and, could Jesus have waited till the next day to heal the woman? Of course he could have. Would it have been less difficult for him, to not have to deal with the backlash of people and everything? Yeah, it would have been less difficult. But in doing so, he not only was able to heal the woman, but he was able to challenge the perspective and the system that had been set in place by the leadership. And that was, honestly, I feel like that was just as much a goal for him as it was healing the woman, because the woman was important. But not only was the woman important, but the system of society changing to a point that that the woman would have never been in that position to begin with. And so, I really loved that. Thought it was really cool. You know, I just love Jesus coming through and just challenging perspectives, and challenging the system, challenging status quo, because, it's important sometimes. We get stuck in routines, we get stuck in systems, we get stuck in, ideas and extremism, all kinds of crazy stuff. And I love when God kind of just shows up on the scene, and it's like, yo, you gotten off here. Let's get it back straight. And it challenges me to remain open to that in my life, to always be open to God is showing me an area of my life that I've gotten off, or that I've gone too extreme on something, or that I've structured my life in a way that that belittles people around me in an attempt to make myself seem greater, or things like that. So, really important. Enjoyed that. But anyway, so yeah, that'll be it then for today's Getting Out of Bed with Micah. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the little bell if you want to get notified when I post. And always remember that you are important, that you are valuable, that you matter, that Jesus loves you, and so do I. And I'll see you next time. Toodaloo. Bye.